Okay. So the item expirations feature can be used to track anything that has an expiration date. So a lot of the times those are consumables or food items, drink items, you name it. So if you'd like to add an item expiration date to an item, you first need to indicate that the item can expire. And where you're going to do this is the admin site under our items tab, which I have clicked here now. And then you're going to go ahead and go to the item, which you can search and find it. And once we click on that item name, we can scroll down after all of our item information and find this section that says item expires. And you can choose yes or no. So in this case, I already have my popcorn as an item that can expire, but you can go ahead and switch any of your items to an expirable item. All right, on this page, if you would like to be notified when an item or batch of items has expired, you can also do this, and you can do this on your user settings. So again, you're gonna be on your admin site, and you're gonna go to our users tab here at the top. You can click your user, and then there's an option that you can select yes to under notify if an item expires. And I like to just Command F it to find it. Here we go. I currently have my notifications turned off. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So then you'll get an email notification saying, hey, this box of popcorn is set to expire tomorrow, and you can do what you will with that information. All righty. So now let's go into adding an expiration badge on your app site. So to add an expiration date to an item, you first will log on to your app site and you're going to find the items manage an item page. And to get there, you first need to select the stockroom count, because as you may remember, you will then adjust an item and you'll be taken to that manage an item page. You can also use your QR and scanning capabilities as well to get directly to that manage an items page. So I'm going to go into our food and beverage and our pantry stock room. And from here, I'm going to find the item that I wish to add an expiration batch for. And we're going to do our popcorn. And to add the expiration batch, we're going to click that adjust button, bring us to our manage an item page. And on this page, you'll see all of your item information. And you're also going to see at the bottom, if you have the item as an expired item, you will see this upcoming expiration batches directly below that item requests and returns. And to add an expiration date, you're going to first choose a stock room, and it's going to give you the options of where this item lives. So in this case, this item lives in 3 different stock rooms, our building 2, our office supply room, and our pantry stock room. And it is required to select a stock room, and you're going to select it from this drop-down menu. So let's begin with this area here. We're going to do our building 2. So I'm going to select that. And then the expiration date is also required. So you need to enter in the expiration date of the item. And this format has to be the month, the day, and then the 4-digit year. So let's go ahead and do this. And then you can enter in a batch number or reference number if applicable. This is not required. And then finally, you're going to enter the quantity, and this is required as well. And if to enter the quantity, you want to make sure that the on-hand quantity matches what you're putting in this field. So what I mean by that is, as you can see here, we have our red alert that says expiration batches for the stockroom does not match the quantity in the stockroom. So we see that in our building 2, we have an on-hand quantity of 8. So here we can either do the full batch amount of 8, matching that on-hand quantity. So you'll see here, let's go ahead and do our 8. And after you've entered the quantity, you're going to hit the add button. And once I do that, you'll see that the alert goes away. But I also want to show you one more option. Let's say that I wanted to split this batch into 2. So I have one box that expires in August, and I have another box that expires, let's say, in May. So let's reduce this quantity to only 4 and hit save. You'll see again that that alert then comes up because we only have a quantity of 4 that is assigned to an expiration batch. And we need our total on-hand quantities to be assigned to an expiration batch. So what you can do is you can add another expiration batch for this same stockroom. And let's go ahead and do another expiration date. And let's do our quantity of 4, hit add. And then you'll see here that again, our alert goes away. And you can add as many batches as you'd like. You just want to make sure that your total batch amount for each stockroom matches that on-hand quantity that you have of the item. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and do the same thing for our office supply room. We're going to choose our stockroom. We're going to choose our date of expiration, enter a reference number if we wish. And in this case, I'm just going to have 1 batch because our box has 4 total. So I'm going to go and do a quantity of 4 and I'm going to hit add. I just realized we're actually going to do 1. So let's go ahead and subtract those. Hit save. Okay. So now you'll see that all of those alerts have gone away and we have then assigned a batch, an expiration batch to each of our stock rooms. And as long as you don't have that red alert, you are good to go. You've set up your expiration batches correctly. And if you would like to view them, you can toggle this expiration batches right below the stock room and you'll see what you have set up. And you can also hit this edit button again. And if you'd like to change anything, you can use these up or down arrows and manually update this information and then hit save again, and it'll update those expiration batches that you've set up. All right, so let's talk about the pick list. And now you're able to see your expiration batches on the pick list module. If an item that expires is requested through either a new unit item request or a inspection, it will appear on the pick list. I've already created an inspection. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our pick list module, which is here at the top. Then we're going to choose our stockroom that we're pulling our items from. And on the pick list module, you're going to check the done box when removing the item from the stockroom. So for items with expiration dates, a pop-up is going to appear when clicking that done box. So it's going to alert you that you're about to pick an item that is going to expire or has an expiration date set. So for example, we're going to go ahead and pretend we're pulling this item off the shelf and picking it from inventory. And then we see our expiration date pop up. So here you're going to enter the quantity next to the expiration batch you are removing the item from. And you must enter the same quantity that is in this quantity taken field here. Why that is you want to match what you're pulling with also what you're matching up to this expiration batch. So if you are picking an item that is expired, the system will actually show you an error. So for example, we see this expiration date is set for January 1st of 2022. It shows us our total quantity in the batch. And let's say that we want to pick 2 from this particular expiration batch. We can hit done. The system is going to alert you. Are you sure you want to include quantities from an expired batch? So this is a great reminder that you're making sure that you're pulling your items that are going to expire from a non-expired batch. So let's say I don't want to pull these items. We're going to go ahead and hit cancel. I'm going to remove those quantities. And I actually want to pull from our non-expired batch now. And you'll notice that I'm pulling the quantity taken is matching the quantity that I'm inputting here. Now you also can pull 1 from each and 1 from each because this will match the quantity taken field as well. So that's always an option. If you have an item in multiple expiration batches, you can pull from different expiration batches as you see fit. So let's go ahead and check this done box. And now we're able to pick that item. The system then will deplete the inventory from the chosen expiration batch, and within this particular stockroom being our pantry. I have a few things that I want to note regarding the expiration batches. One being you will not be able to pick an item with an expiration if the batch is not set up on the Manage an Item page. So really the most important thing of setting up your expiration items is you have to make sure you're setting it up on that stockroom count module under the Manage an Item page. If those don't match up, you won't be able to do or complete these actions. Same thing goes for if you're going to take a physical count and you're physically counting an item with an expiration, you must go back to that Manage an Items page and update those expiration batches that are on your stockroom count module. So just make sure that you're always keeping track of updating those quantities and updating those expiration batches on that Manage an Item page so everything is accurate and you're able to do all actions for those items that have an expiration. All right, and the last thing that I wanted to go over is viewing expiration batches. You can do this on the admin site. So let's go back to our admin site. And on this page, you can view all expiration batches on the admin site. And to view the batches for one item, you can do this under our Items tab. You can find the item that you wish to view. We're going to click on our item. And on here, you'll see the tab Expiration Batches. And here you're going to see all expiration batches that are set for this particular item. Now, if you want to view expiration batches for all items, you can do this on the Reports tab of the admin site. And then you can go to our Expiration Batches report, which is located here. And here you can enter the start and end date to view items that expired within a selected date range. You can also filter this report by item name or partial name, and you can view only expired batches if you would like to do that as well. But let's just go ahead and view it as a whole now to see everything. And you'll see here that this includes our stock room, our expiration date, our batch numbers, our item names, and more so. All righty. And I think that's going to complete today's webinar on our expiration batches. So please reach out to me or your Inventory Smart team if you have any questions. And let me know if this helped you out when you want to add items to an expiration batch. And again, you can reach out to me via my email or my phone line. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Thank you.